Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. So, today, guys, I hope you're doing good. I hope everybody's having a good day, and I hope this week's going well for you. We knew we'd be getting a lot of information out this week, and it did not disappoint, and I'm sure it will continue. I was led today to come on and talk to you guys. I was pressed to come out and talk to you guys. I had some hits today, and I wanted to come out and go over all this. I took a few notes. So hang on. We might go for a wild ride. One of the hits I got is in the next 2 weeks, we might see some violence. And the words came to me clear as a bell from one of my guides, and they said they are freezing out the red hats to lower or stall their tempers. They are freezing out the red hats to lower or stall tempers. That to me could mean a lot of things, but I also know there's a really, really, really cold front dropping very low into all the southern states, which would keep a lot of people at home. Is that what they meant? I don't know. I thought I'd do a quick rides on that. That's one of the hits. So let's ask if it's due to the weather. Hello. They haven't seen me in a couple of days. May I ask you a few questions, please? Thank you. Did the words that I got today from one of my guides saying they are freezing out the red hats to lower or stall tempers, was that meaning they were going to send cold weather? Thank you. I'm trying to think of another question to ask on that, but I guess that pretty much answered it. The universe is gonna send us some cold weather in the south, and I'm sure you could tell from my accent that I am very southern. So yes, freezing out the red hats to lower or stall tempers. There's going to be some really cold weather down south for a couple of weeks, starting next week. Another hit that came to me was this is bigger than the U.S. and that's why Biden can't speak on it. It's bigger. It's beyond us. And I'll circle back to that in a little bit because I got a few more things on this. And along with that was there are huge implications for many countries, not just the U.S. So this pretty much the same thing. It's bigger than the U.S. and huge implications for many countries, not just the U.S. Those were hits that I got. And I got to thinking on it, and I wrote down a few things that I looked up. I know that there are a lot of countries that have said that their elections were allegedly tampered with. And I'm going to read off a couple of them here that I just jotted down. I didn't write down all of them, but there are a lot. South Korea The president there said that the left committed some fraud, and it made him call for martial law despite of evidence. So he was impeached on 12/14/24. And then, excuse me if I mess this country's name up, but Mozambique said that their vote was rigged and 300 people were unalived. And the Western nations said that it was not a free and fair election. In Romania, they said their stuff was annulled due to suspicions of interference and particularly a sufficient social media campaign allegedly orchestrated by Russia. Thousands protested, and a rerun is scheduled this May, I believe. I believe it's this May. Moldova, leading up to the big event, the VOTE, in November of 24, authorities uncovered plots involving Russia-backed groups attempting to influence election through bribes and disinformation. And then you have Georgia. They said that their E in 2024 was marked by significant, I'm trying to read my notes, I'm sorry I can't write, significant controversy, including accusations of foreign interference. Protests erupted in response of government action, such as advancing a foreign influence bill, which critics argued suppressed civil society and media freedoms. Remember that. Civil society, it affected civil society and the media's freedom. Remember that, because we're going to come back to that in a minute. Starman has gotten involved in a bunch of those E's, helping the far right. He helped T-Man. He donated $75 million to pro-T-Man Super PAC in 2024 election. He created the RBG PAC that contributed $20.5 million to influence the V's. And also, he contacted Europe to support far-right wing parties in Europe. He sent messages of support and critiques of elected officials, indicating an interest in influencing European political landscapes, two of which were Germany and the United Kingdom. So that's a few things that we see with some meddling. That's just a few. So I can see why they're saying this is bigger than the U.S. You know, a lot of people are kind of, you know, is the U.S. going to do anything? Is the U.S. going to do anything? I don't know that they're not. I know that the dems didn't want to contest the election results for fear of being called deniers, like the T-Man. But I call it math. I don't know, whatever. Math isn't mathing. How many times have we heard that? And you can look at several states, and you can look at several states and see that the math did not math, especially those swing states. And he took every one of those, which is wild. But just the one I keep hearing about, and that is really weird on the math, one state. Just go check into, if you just wanted to look at one state, check into North Carolina. Check into North Carolina. That math is not mathing. So I must have been bracing myself for this conversation with you guys with my last video when I was asking, are you prepared? You know, and gave a few things that we need to, and I'm not trying to scare anybody. And again, all of this is for entertainment purposes only. Please remember, entertainment purposes only. And I'm not trying to put fear in my last video. I was not trying to put fear. I was just trying to make sure you guys are prepared for anything, whether weather related or what. But I just wanted to put that out there. And I think that pushing me to do that also got me ready for this video to put out. So another hint that I got was, is the U.S. or NATO about to have clashes with Russia or others over meddling, not just here in the U.S., but all around? I see lots of issues, and I see lots of sanctions and lots of infrastructure tampering. And that's as far as I want to go on what I'm seeing there. But I saw lots of tampering, and I guess the new age attacks from behind a keyboard. But I also see violence in spurts in places. I do see that. I see, I'll get to that later, but I do see some violence. But here on, we did the rods a bit ago. Let's ask. Is the U.S. or NATO about to have clashes with Russia or others over meddling? That's a clear yes. Clear yes. And I'll just throw this out here there too. There's been a lot of talks of military movement. I don't know what that's about. I have to look more into that. Another thing that I saw, which I'm pretty sure everybody probably figures this, but I saw it very clearly. And I mean actually not just arguments and infighting was the word that I heard, but it was physical hand-to-hand arguments and fights in what I saw. But I've got the words infighting in the Dem and Repub parties. A lot of people are in the dark. A lot of people have suspicions, but no real answers. And there's a lot of backstabbing, so to speak. Lots of backstabbing. Lots of people silently talking to the three-letter agencies, just the CYA. A lot of people talking. And let's just ask, I might throw some cards on this as well, but is there infighting with the Dems party? Is there infighting with the Democrats in the political party? Yes, thank you. are they having infighting in the Republican Party as well? Are there infighting? Yes. I'm going to throw a few cards on that. But I saw plain as day, I mean, arguing and sweating foreheads and jaws clenching and fists balled up. I saw it plain as day, and people kind of jumping across the aisle at others, but I don't know that it would be seen or not seen. I don't know. Do a quick 3-card spread on that. Ace of Pentacles. It's the beginning. Are they worried about their money? They're beginning to look for new opportunities. They don't know where their opportunities are going. Everything's up in the air. Is that what they're wondering? Knight of Cups. A lot of people are getting proposals. There's some movement going on. There's a lot of impulsive actions. People are in their own relationships, in their own party. There's a lot of impulsive behavior. Oh, Lord. The 4 of Swords. Some are retreating. Some are laying low and waiting to see how this all plays out. Get a clarified card. King of Pentacles. We're waiting to see who's going to come out on top. That's what I get. They don't know which side's going to come out on top. Everybody feels like they're in the dark. That's how I read that. That's how I'm taking that intuitively. Okay, moving on. I'm going to try to hit them fast and hard, and then we'll recap. Another hit that I got, and people, and meaning civilians, they need to lay low for a couple of weeks and have what you need. And that's doubling back to my previous video. People need to lay low, avoid crowds. This is not what I want to tell you guys. I want to be happy. But just, it just seems like it's for a few weeks. It's not going to be anything that's going to last a very long time, I hope. I'm only seeing for the next few weeks with that. I do see a few small, like, explosions in the U.S., in small areas being affected, but they're in very effectively positioned places. Like, they're put in places where even if it's small, it makes a big impact. That's what I'm seeing. So I don't see any widespread, in the next few weeks, but I do see there could be small little pockets. But those little pockets can make a big difference. I also see, well, let's check on that. Will there be small explosions on U.S. soil in the next 2 weeks? Thank you. It was a hesitated yes. I guess it's up to if they really go through with it or not. If they're just thinking on it right now. Will there be small areas affected by unrest in the U.S. in the next 2 weeks? Yes. Okay. I think it's kind of like what's happened in the past here. You get devastating things happen, but it's, in one small area, but you just don't know where or when. So my advice is, and I'm stay away from crowds and stay away from areas where one small thing can make a huge impact. Excuse me. So, in that, I did see what appeared to be either a train or like a subway car, something like that. I'm not sure if it was a regular train or a subway, but I saw some type of attack inside of a train or a subway. I don't know. I don't know if that's in with this next 2 weeks. I don't really know the time frame on that. It didn't appear to be associated with it, but it could be down the road. But it didn't appear to be anything that was immediate. So, Biden and his farewell speech. He wasn't very Biden-y to me. Biden is known for being the cheerleader, and we're so great, and our country is, the best, and we can accomplish anything, and I've done this, and this, and this for our country. These are the things that I've done to help this country and make it better and move it forward. That's Biden's speeches. That's Biden. That's how he talks. That's what he puts out there. Positive messaging and what he's done positive for the country. And you would think that his farewell speech would say, hey, we've come from here to here. And we did so great. And this is what I'm leaving the next administration. We're up here, You would expect from him, the biggest U.S. cheerleader, to say that. But that's not a lot of what we got. Most of what we got was just to warn us of what was to come. He come right out and said, there's an incoming oligarchy. And warned us about the freedom of the press, essentially, and warned us about a lot of things, and he wasn't so bright and shiny like he normally gives, the speeches he normally gives. It wasn't very bright and shiny. Now, you can look at that two ways. He could be warning us, setting us up, being truthful with us. Look, guys, it doesn't look good with what I'm seeing coming in, so brace yourself. Or he could be laying the groundwork to let people know this is what you're going to get if this administration comes in. Is this really what you want? Think on it. And laying the groundwork for stopping it, and people understand why. Understanding and desensitizing the people for the fact of why they stopped it. So, I don't know how you guys took it. Can you comment? Let me know how you took it, because that was not a normal Biden speech. Not normal at all for Biden. I'd love to know what was going through his head. So we're going to see if we can figure that out. So, let's see. Was Biden warning us of what's to come so we could brace ourselves for the next administration? Was he warning us so we could brace ourselves for the next administration? Or was he laying the groundwork to explain why the next administration will be stopped? What are you thinking, Biden? What are you thinking? What was that all about? What was that all about, Biden? Two of Cups. He wants us unified. He wants to keep a connection. What's his obstacle? Five of Pentacles. Worry and loss, insecurity. That's his obstacle. So we got an Ace of Wands. He's got a lot of willpower. He can see the beginnings of new opportunities of growth if we could get past this. He could see where we could go. The World card. Completion, accomplishment. He feels completed. He could see where we could go, and he feels like he accomplished what he set out to do. But is he expecting a new arrival? Here now. justice. The here and now is the justice. There should be fairness and truth and equality and balance. Cause and effect, law and order. The future, the Empress. The future is the Empress. Wow. Guys. Abundance, nurturing, the feminine energy. I'm telling you, like, okay, wait a minute, let me finish this. The environment and the influences, the Hierophant. All the old guards are standing in front of him, but all the people with the wisdom and also he's getting approval from somebody. I wonder if he's getting approval from NATO. How does he see himself? The Tower. Sudden change is coming. The Tower. It's going to be chaos. Revelations of information. Disasters. And awakening and releasing. Hopes and fears. The Nine of Wands. Testing his faith, his resilience, trying to cross his boundaries. He's doing his last stand. He's gearing up for the worst. That's in his hopes and fears, guys. The Hanged Man. Is he releasing? Is he giving it up, or is he turning it over? Is he surrendering? What's he doing? Is he letting go? Can I get a clarifier on that? The Hermit. He's still truth-seeking. He's still following his inner guidance. Two major arcana cards right there. He's soul searching. He's soul searching. Yeah. 10 of Cups, guys. 10 of Cups. He's putting up a fight. He's soul searching. He does not want this fight. He does not want to do this. He's going to have to look for help. He's going to have to get help. It's bigger than him. It's bigger than just him. It's bigger than just us. What do you guys think? Can you comment? Let me know. Of course, let's remember this is for entertainment purposes only. Can't say that enough. Wow. That was... I felt the intensity of that. I felt the intensity of that. That was wild. Wait a minute. So as I was talking and feeling the intensity and reading that, something kept trying to come through, and I just saw Zelensky hugging, I can't think of his name right now. It's the guy that's the head of NATO. I see him just grab him and hug him so tight and just hold on to him. And there's a bunch of men standing around, and he's celebrating, and he falls to his knees after holding on to this guy. It's like they came and released him from like a prison. As happy as he feels, you could just almost see the relief, just all the weight just falling off of him, and he just falls to the ground. He's so happy. He's so happy. Like, he is, and he's with the guy from NATO, and I don't know who the other guys are. I don't know who they are, and there's a couple people in uniform. And he just feels like the weight of the world just lifted off of him. Did they save him from Putin? I don't know. I don't read on Putin because I don't like his energy. It's very cringy, and my guides don't even like for me to talk about him. I'm not going to read on him. But I am going to ask if Zelensky and Ukraine if the war's over, if Ukraine is saved and the war is over. Wow, that's a yes. I'd like to know how far out that is. Will the war in Ukraine be over within 2025? Yes. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I don't like energy peeking in from Putin. I do not like it. Energy, bad. I don't like it. Kudos to those who can read on him, because that energy is too dark for me. One last thing that I got to hit on, and it was some words that said, think about what you want to see, not what seems to be. And seems is in all bold letters. All capital, bold. Think about what you want to see, not what seems to be. So I guess that means stay positive. Stay positive. Think about what you want to see, and not what seems to be. I guess everybody will find out the truth in a few days. Like I said, every single reading I have had every single time I have asked rods or the pendulum, no go on Monday. No go on Monday. But what seems to be, from what we're being told, it's full speed ahead. I'd like to ask this question. Will Kamala, I don't know why I say it like that. Will Kamala feel happy the night, Monday night, this coming Monday night when she goes to bed? Yes. Will Kamala feel happy this coming Sunday night when she goes to bed? I don't know, guys. That was a yes. I don't know. I'm telling you, it's not here. And it's not intuitively with me. And I don't know. It's so cloudy as to why or how. But we'll find out in a few days. Don't forget, this is for entertainment purposes only. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, and if you got any kind of entertainment or any kind of, if you liked anything about it, please consider giving me a thumbs up, a like, share and subscribe, please. Brand new channel, trying to get some people to catch on and see it. Trying to get a little traction. So if you don't mind, please like, share, and subscribe, and push that video out there for me. And thank you so much. I'll be coming back on soon. Until then, you guys take care and have a blessed day. Bye.